So for my students, I wanted to show you how to get into StudySync through our courses page. So here we are at the Schoology login. You will obviously go to students and log in. I'm going to go to employees because this is where I have to log in. Take me into this page, which I'm sure you're familiar with. All of the announcements pertaining to you, your class, or your school. I'm going to head up here to courses. So for example, if you're in my, let's just say second period English class, you click over here, second period English. And then we're going to head over to this drop down menu over here. So this is showing our materials. Going over here on the left side of the screen is McGraw-Hill. So being registered to my class, you have access to this textbook. This is the McGraw-Hill StudySync textbook with a lot of great features that we're going to be using along with Newsela to kind of barrel through these Common Core state standards. So I'm going to click here where it says McGraw-Hill, and it's going to open up the StudySync master page. I'm not sure if you guys see this. What I would say is just either one of these is fine. California StudySync, ELA with ELD. They're both pretty much the same. I'm going to click right here on this hyperlink. You can see my arrow changing into a little hand. So we're going to use that and click on that. Now from here, we can either just click on Launch California StudySync, or you can go to your grade level. So let's start. We were going to 7th grade. So here's 7th. If I have you for 8th grade, you will be clicking on the 8. And now we're going to launch. So this will take us right in. Again, we'll have a discussion about whether your screen looks like that, what's available to you on those buttons. If it might just take you to a screen that says, welcome back, blah, 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 whatever your name is. So just take a second to load. Give it some time. Some note about an alternative pacing guide. So here's where I think you'll be. Welcome back, and then it'll have your name. My name is David Bueno-Hill. So we're going to go to the core for grade 7. See, for some reason it took me to 6, but when you click on core, you see the options for the different grade levels. So whether I have you for 7th or 8th, just click on the correct one. And then your units. I think at this point, mine looks a little different from yours. You will have the stories that I assigned you. We are going to be starting in Pursuit. I'm going to click there, Core ELA. And what you'll be looking at are some thumbnails of the stories which I chose to add to our curriculum here. So one of those that I always use is Ricky Tikki Tavi. This is more of a narrative story, but we are going to start with argument. You can see the skills, you can see the word meaning. Whichever one of these I choose to assign are the ones that you're going to have on your pop-up when you look at. So let's just take a look at Ricky Tikki Tavi, the story, which if yours has a different story, it's pretty much the same format. You're going to click on the thumbnail, and it's going to take you to the story which was assigned. So a couple of cool features I want to highlight here are the fact that you have this intro, and you also have an intro video. This goes for any assigned story or text. So we can click on there, and a little intro video will play. Gives you an insight into where, who, and what's going on. I recommend always using the CC closed captioning. You can also read as well as listen. There's also okay, so yeah, that's the intro. That's the preview. If you go to the top here, the next part here is read. So read is awesome. I love read because if you hit audio, it will read for you. You also want to go down here before this bar goes away and hit highlight. So now you have somebody with an accent. Ricky Tikki Tavi takes place in London. So the guy has a British accent. He'll read for you with the accent, kind of pulls you into that kind of the setting, which is the place and the time. A lot of people think setting's only the place, but it's also the time period. So we get that kind of way back feel. And you can see it's reading along. If I turn up the volume, you'll hear them. All you really have to do is scroll down. It's a real easy way to read and listen and just improve your reading comprehension all around. So whenever you're asked to read a story, you can use this option, the read audio. Let me turn this down again. The read audio with the highlight, that's fine. You can also have it read slower. So if you don't like the way it's reading, you can do a slower speed of reading. So you can hear a little slower. And that's the read option. Something else you might be asked to do is look at a StudySync video. So after reading Ricky Tikki Tavi, you watch a video of kids who have just read Ricky Tikki Tavi, and they are going to discuss the theme and the plot, maybe give you a summary, and also give you some quotes to think about. So if you're ever asked to write, if you're ever asked to talk or write about something, this is a great place to start. This will be probably in the assignments to read, watch StudySync video, take a look at the think questions. If you're asked to answer a think question, you just hit this think button here. And I will most likely give you the number of the question you need to answer for that assignment, Ricky Tikki Tavi. So just for example here, how did Ricky Tikki come to live with the English family, come to live with the English family? Nobody's perfect, but I'll make mistakes. Cite specific evidence from the text to support your answer. So you'd have a space here, but I'd never, ever, ever want you to use this space to write it. What I would like you to do is copy and paste this into Schoology. So we copy this question, which I'm trying to do here. You might have the same problem I'm having. Okay. I'm going to hit Control C on my keyboard. That copies it. Then I'm going to head back to Schoology. So in Schoology, there is a place